Okay, here is another way to help yourself with reprogramming your mind. And when you are experiencing triggers or your dysregulation, you notice you're being pulled out of the present moment and transforming back into the past, whatever you want to call it. So a lot of us as trauma survivors, people not knowing what safety is, that not knowing that life can be completely different than the trauma we've faced, we've grown up in, you know the deal. Like, we don't have the programming for a different life experience. So part of the recovery work is teaching yourself a new experience in relation to how you live, what's possible for you. And you can do this through scripting. Now, scripting is journaling, whatever you want to call it. It's writing out a new response for yourself. So when you notice yourself in your trigger and whatever your response is, you clam up, you shut up and hide, you freeze, you want to hide, you don't speak your piece, you don't speak up, you don't say, hey, this hurts me. Now, so you notice whatever you do in the trigger, whatever your normal trauma response is. And then you ask yourself, future me, highest healed self me, the best version of me, who do I want to be instead of this traumatized person, how she shows up? And this, okay, this can be triggering because you're just like, well, I don't know. I don't know anything other than this hide, don't be seen, run away. I don't get what I want. Like, this is the fun part where you get to play and be like, who do I want to be? How do I want to respond to my life circumstances? When I'm noticing I'm triggered in the gym, or I'm triggered when a guy looks at me, like, whatever your thing is, you have to decide, okay, the next time I want to hide, I'm going to show up bigger. And this can even be like sitting up straighter, standing taller, like standing up straight, sitting up straight, letting yourself be seen. It can be that little. Like, and by these little micro things, or like you say no, or you say yes. Like, you have to decide, how do I want to react to these things as my best self? And the more you do this, the more you know what these things are. This is how you create a new life experience. Like, again, and while you do this whole process, you have to team with yourself, because this also might bring up a lot of nervous system stuff, of like a lot of past trauma, because many of us are extremely scared and terrified of being seen, of being a person that takes up space, that has confidence. We don't know what it's like to do these things, and you have to be able to create this for yourself if you want to live a different experience that is not you repeatedly being ignored, left, being unseen, being not known. Like, you have to know who you want to become, and then you slowly have to build your life and take little actions as this person would act, as your dream self, your best self would be. So it's very helpful to spend some time daily, like writing about, who do I want to be? Who am I without these trauma responses? How does this person react? Like, how do I, if I'm around someone who I'm recognizing doesn't see me, doesn't care about me, how do I react in this situation? Do I stick around, or do I recognize my worth, what I deserve, and remove myself from this situation? You have to know what you're going to put up with, what you're not going to put up with anymore, and you have to know how you want to act in your life. And then you have to start moving through your life as this version of you. And the whole way through, be meeting yourself again, because it can be dysregulating as you're like, I want to be confident, I want to be seen, I want to take up more space, I want my voice to be heard. And in whatever ways you decide, like, the way you move through your life now is it's personal to you. How I live and operate my life may not even resonate or vibrate with you at all, and that's okay. Like, your life, your dream highest best version of you is you. It's all you. You will like be guided by that version of you. Be guided of the version of you that feels safe being seen. What is that like? Like, you have to begin opening your brain, your mind, your body to the experience of you moving throughout life where you're comfortable and safe being seen. Like, you're totally comfortable, safe. You bloom in public. Like, you don't shrink away anymore. Who is that version of you with the regulated nervous system? What is she like? What does she do? What does she want? And the more you get familiar with who she is, what she wants, how she acts and moves in this world, like, that's your template for you to begin acting in those ways. And this is how you create something completely different from the trauma and the smallness and the lack and the abuse and neglect you've been living. And this can be hard. It can be very hard when you have no programming for, like, who even is the me that isn't cowering in fear and shame all the time. And it's part of it is recognizing that, like, you don't have to be that little traumatized girl anymore. You don't. As long as you can master all the work behind this, like knowing how you feel, knowing how your trauma and neglect and abuse has shaped your life, and knowing how to soothe yourself when these triggers pop up, when you start stepping into the higher version of you, the best version of you, who is seen and loved and cared for and nurtured, like being able to soothe her in the moments when you get transported into the past. Like, this is how you bloom into her. You help her and you become her by knowing who she is, knowing how she moves, knowing what she wants, and knowing that there are bigger and more possibilities and opportunities out there for you, and that you can have a better and new life that isn't traumatizing. Like, even opening to that fact is just, it's mind-boggling and astounding for someone who has lived her entire life being neglected and left and so small. Like, there are so many opportunities out there for you, and your life will get so much bigger when you learn how to meet yourself and love yourself and nurture yourself and support yourself and encourage yourself up and out in the world to a new life, to new experiences. Like, this is what we've missed as kids. We didn't have parents doing this for us, encouraging us and like scooting us up off into the world, telling us, like, girl, what do you dream about? What are your dreams? Like, you can have them, you can get them, you can be seen, you can be truly loved for who you are, your opinions, your wants, like, for you, like, period, just you. And it's hard to conceptualize these things or even believe this is possible when you have never truly been seen, loved, nurtured, and like poured into by your own family. This is a foreign experience for many of us. And like I've said in past videos, like, we have to create this for ourselves. Like, this is not something we get, like, we lost this in our childhood homes because our parents couldn't provide it. And the unavailable people, the narcissistic abusers we attract will not give this to you. It's an inside job that you have to nurture and grow within yourself. And the best way to do this is, again, be asking yourself, what do I want? How do I want to feel? Like, what do I want for this life, for myself? What is my little inner girl? Like, what lights her up? What makes me happy? And if you don't know these things, it's time to start digging into that and discovering what those things are for you. Because when you don't know these things, you don't know what lights you up. You don't know that there's possibilities that could lead you to a life where you're liking how you live, what you do, what is around you. Like, you have to be open to these things and be willing to, like, just play in your journal, play with your thoughts, and just start by thinking, like, of a new life. Like, what is it like to be seen by other people? What is it like to really feel safe, safe enough to be the authentic me in front of others. Who is that girl? What is she like? And like, again, you have to practice being her. And this means you have to start using your voice in front of people. You have to start talking and connecting to other people. And that gets easier when you're talking and connecting to and feeling your own feelings. You're talking to yourself. You're considering yourself. You're getting to know you, how you feel, and what you want for your life. And just building on this understanding that there are many possibilities and opportunities for you to have these things and to live a new life. Because for many of us, as like all we've known is survival, we don't know opportunities, we don't know possibility, we just know like getting to the next minute, the next hour. And again, it's opening to like, what would life be like if I was not in survival mode? What would it be like to be completely at rest? What would it be like if I had more than enough money in my bank account? What would I do? Where would I go? Who would I be? And you become this person as you ponder these questions, know your answers, and start feeling into, what would this feel like? Like, your feelings are so important. It's not like, your feelings are not only to help you get through the past, but to also help you create your future. Like, you have to find and create and know what feeling better feels like, what abundance feels like, feeling what true love and like being seen, being safe. You have to know what this feels like, and you have to live by those feelings, because those feelings, those new feelings, are what is going to create and generate a new life for you. You can't create a better healing, like just more expanded and open life if you are only feeling the only feelings you know, which are all the trauma, neglect, the fear, the just hopelessness. If you're only feeling these old things, you will never create anything new. And part of the battle in healing and having a new life, creating new life experiences, is you have to step into things you may not have ever felt before. And that can be very scary and triggering. But when you know how to soothe yourself, meet yourself, and feel all these things, that's how you move through it. And again, it's more of the ping pong, like, oh, I feel the old way. How do I want to feel? Who do I want to be? Like, you have to now become so focused on who you want to be, who you're becoming, that the old traumatized version of you fades away and gets replaced by this new version of you who is happy, who is loved, who is seen, who is authentically herself in all situations. And that's how the trauma falls away when you learn to become this new person, when you heal all these wounds of neglect every time you were abandoned, and you show yourself like, I can be met, I can have a new life experience, and this is what it's like. This is how you create a completely new life for yourself. And it involves learning yourself, and knowing how you want to feel, instead of all this old, like, the trauma version of you is not the real you. And so many of us think like the trauma me is all there is. The trauma you is just this like freaking hologram of everything that is not you, everything that is false, and like everything that you need to shed to step into this version of you that shines her light, that is bright no matter what, that is seen, that leaves people in the past, that leaves people that hurts her, that doesn't put up with abuse, that says no to anything that traumatizes her again. Whew. And if you want help with this, check out my course, Unlocking Life After Trauma and Codependency. I walk you through the entire process of how to help yourself, nurture yourself into a version of you that is no longer traumatized, that knows how to handle what you've been through, how to feel it all, how to soothe yourself, how to work with your body, how to know your body and know yourself, and then help you step into a better life by creating new thoughts, new beliefs, a new pattern for yourself. I love you guys. Hope this helps.